I'm a natural bodybuilder currently 3 weeks out from my show, and this is everything I'm doing to get absolutely shredded. First thing I do when I wake up is I take a piss. Then I get on the scale, I weigh myself. This morning I was 157 pounds. Yes, you heard that correctly. I stand at a whopping 5'7", okay? So I'm not gonna be 200, 300 lean. After weighing myself, I then send check-in photos to my coach, as we are now 3 weeks out, so I have to send him pictures every single morning instead of just once a week or twice a week. My coach sees me naked quite a lot. He's a very lucky guy. I then begin to concoct my daily digestion cocktail, which contains 2 ounces of aloe vera juice, 2 ounces of lemon juice, 5 milliliters of apple cider vinegar, 7 grams of creatine, 5 grams of glutamine, a hydration packet from Gorilla, and 2 grams of magnesium citrate in the powdered form from Calm. And we mix it up in the Gila Mix, code chicken. By the time this video goes live, the new purple Gila Mix will be live, and if you use code chicken, you get the chicken and rice sticker with your order, and you save 20%. So if you've been wanting a good shaker cup, Gila Mix. But after consuming my digestion cocktail, I then get on my walking pad to get some work done early in the morning. I would go walk outside, but it's not very nice out today, and I wanted to get some early editing done, so that's what we did. And now we're here in the kitchen, ready to cook up meal number 1, so let's get it. And we have meal number 1, which contains 4 ounces of chicken breast, 30 grams of avocado. We have our sodium in there as well. We are tracking sodium. So there's 1.7 grams of pink Himalayan salt on there, and 100 grams of strawberries. And if you guys have noticed in this video and in the last video, I've cut out all of my condiments. So something for me, as I was using the low calorie sauces all the time, some of them were like sweet and like had these added like sugars in them. Some of them even had like seed oils in them, bro, that are just very like addictive and highly like palatable. So it's like you have the tendency to want to throw more sauce on there than you probably should. And it also makes you crave like sweet foods and like more food. So I've noticed with making my food more boring, it makes me not as hungry and not want to eat more food, if that makes sense. So from here on out, honestly, I probably won't use any condiments. And that might sound like the opposite. You might think, I want to load up on all the condiments to make my food taste better, and so I'm, you know, less hungry, but it's quite the opposite, honestly. Especially deep in the prep, where you're gonna be hungry regardless of how much volume. You could eat the biggest salad in the world, bro, and you're still gonna be hungry, bro, because your body is just starving to death. So that's a little tip that's helped me with hunger, because the biggest issue people have when they're cutting is hunger. So making your food boring might not sound like the most fun idea, but it can help for sure. Chicken, avocado, and straws, meal 1. I've also kind of chilled out on the binge watching of food videos, as I think it was also starting to get in my head with my hunger and cravings. So I still watch them, but I also watch a lot more educational videos now from like J3 University, and you know, videos about peak week and stuff like that. So I'm licking the bowl, getting every microcalorie, every single possible gram of protein, and you're leaving behind grams of protein. Like, give me your bowl when you're done, bro. I'll lick it. I'll take the extra protein and shit, man. Meal number 1 is complete. 9:30 a.m. Time for our daily dose of caffeine, or should I say dose number 1 of caffeine, because it's not the only dose. New flavor. I've already tried it, and it's pretty fucking gas, but y'all probably haven't seen it yet because it just dropped yesterday as I'm recording this, so by the time this video goes live. Blue raspberry energy drinks from Gorilla are live. They also dropped a pre-workout in blue raspberry flavor, and their stim-free pre-workout nitric in blue raspberry flavor. If you like blue raspberry, this is the best blue raspberry flavor of anything I've tried. I hate blue raspberry. I don't even like blue raspberry, and me grabbing this to drink it should tell you everything you need to know, because I have mango peach in there and I have tropic wave in there, and those are my two favorite flavors. But for some reason, this has been hitting. It's been hitting, bro. Your boy is so fatigued I couldn't even hold the camera for more than a minute without my damn shoulder feeling like I'm hitting fucking lateral raises. Like I said, I've already tried it, but just want to give you all the raw reaction, raw review of the first sip of caffeine of the day. Because like blue raspberry is so hit or miss in the fact that people make it too sour or too sweet or like too artificial, and they've just found like the perfect balance of not too sour, because I don't like sour shit. So it's not sour, it's sweet, but it's not too sweet, and it just has a very smooth flavor throughout, you know? If y'all use code chicken for anything, go to GorillaMind.com and use code chicken for some damn energy drinks, bro. And I know what you're thinking, 3 weeks out, you're having energy drinks. Dude, energy drinks do not disagree with my stomach whatsoever. That was something that when we had digestion issues was something we took out completely and nothing changed. Like my digestion was still bad, and I put them back in and my digestion was still equally as bad and didn't change anything. So these are just variables that we've already looked into. It's not energy drinks, bro, I promise. However, unfortunately, next week we are taking out energy drinks. But I think we're removing like all like artificial sweetened shit to just like fucking lock the fuck in. Greetings in citations. This is what I do when I'm between meals doing work, as I am on my computer editing videos, doing client updates, coaching in the description. If you need help with your training and nutrition and want to get shredded for the summer, fill out the application. But like I was saying, steps, right? A lot of you guys are trying to get shredded, you're trying to get lean for the summer, and your step count is 3,000 steps a day, and that's an issue, okay? So I have a walking pad. If you don't have a walking pad, walk outside, right? But having a high step count, bro, is going to help you so much when it comes to losing body fat, as it's just very effortless calorie burn throughout the day. That's not super taxing on your body. That's going to cause you to lose muscle, whereas like going for a run or like sprinting or doing like really hard cardio is going to induce more muscle loss than like something like steps or like the incline treadmill. So getting a high step count, very key. So in between meals, when you guys don't see me, this is what I'm doing 90% of the time. I currently need to get 10,000 steps a day on top of now 20 minutes of cardio. We have lowered cardio and lowered steps as we were being more aggressive at first as fatigue was lower. So you guys know earlier in prep I had to get 15,000 steps and do 40 minutes of cardio. But now since fatigue is a lot higher, we've gotten very lean. So instead of just continuing to push my body harder and harder, we're kind of letting up now, and we're still in a deficit, still losing body fat and getting leaner, but the fatigue is a lot lower now because I'm not doing so much cardio, you know? So this is where I'll be until I see you guys in meal number 2, which is the pre-workout meal. Time to construct meal number 2, but little step check, 7,320 steps, and it is currently 11:30 a.m. So I have a giant head start on steps for the day, as you can see. That's the power of the walking pad. You get a walking pad if you work from home, or you can put a walking pad at your desk at work or something. That shit is clutch. We're gonna show you how I make my rice though, as the pre-workout meal has some carbohydrates from some jasmine rice. First things first, you weigh out your jasmine rice. I make my jasmine rice fresh every single day, and I know that I need 120 grams of raw weight jasmine rice for the entire day. Then we wash it. Little water, little mixing tin with your hands. Then you use your lid as a strainer here. Then you add your water. Take your rice, throw it on the rice cooker, put it on cook. And like I said in the last video, my method is microwaving water, the amount of water that you need for your rice in the microwave, so that when you put it on the rice cooker, it's already like boiling hot, so that you don't have to wait as long for your rice. For having prep brain, it's a smart play. And while the rice cooks, something I want to talk about that I get questioned about a lot is, should you weigh your rice raw or cooked? cooked, okay? And which one is better, which one's more accurate, blah, blah, blah. I still argue in comment sections with people all the time about this. Weighing it raw is more accurate because the raw weight is on the label, and the label is gonna tell you how many calories of jasmine rice is in the raw weight. So why would you measure it cooked? For convenience. Most people measure it cooked for convenience. Let's be real. It's a lot more convenient to make a bunch of rice in bulk, put it in your fridge, and then weigh it whenever you need rice. But is it more accurate? No, it's not more accurate, because you're gonna cook your rice with different amounts of water every single time. Unless you're weighing your water to a T and cooking the rice the exact same way every single time for the exact same amount of time, there's gonna be variances in the amount of cooked weight rice that you're having. Especially if you're storing it in the fridge and it's like solidifying and turning into rocks, you know, the weights are gonna vary. So if you weigh your rice raw, there's no variance because it's fucking raw. So for me, I know I have 60 grams of raw weight jasmine rice in 2 meals. 60 plus 60 is 120. So I make 120 grams jasmine rice, weigh it out raw, cook it, and then I split it in half and put half of it in one meal and half of it in the other meal. And that's a lot simpler, to be honest, and you're getting fresh rice every single day. Whereas if I made a giant batch of rice, it would probably taste like shit after a couple days of turning into rocks in my fridge. So that's my yapathon about rice. And if you disagree, please explain why, because I don't think you can disagree with that, because it's very logical. And we've concocted meal number 2, which is 4 ounces of chicken breast and 60 grams of jasmine rice weighed raw. Chicken and rice, the best meal of all time. Go-to, old reliable. And if you would like to cop any chicken and rice clothing, just remember you can go to chickenandrice.store and get you some chicken and rice drip if you enjoy chicken and rice as much as I do. Once again, no low-calorie sauces, just 1.7 grams of pink Himalayan salt. And like I said, this is the pre-workout meal, and that is why there is rice for carbohydrates. You're gonna notice that all of the carbohydrates that I eat throughout the day are pre and post-workout mostly. There are strawberries in meal 1, as you saw, but the main carbohydrate intake is pre-workout, post-workout. If you are cutting, this is something that you definitely want to implement, as that's the most important time of the day, because when you're cutting, your main goal is to prioritize muscle retention. You don't want to lose all of the muscle that you put on during your bulk. And to do that, you want to fuel your training session optimally and also recover from that training session optimally. So you're gonna do that with your protein intake, but you're also gonna do that with your carbohydrate intake. And where your carbohydrates are placed play a big role. So pre-workout carbohydrates, good. Post-workout carbohydrates, also good. You fuel your workout and then you recover from your workout. I've also been prepping some underwater chicken for the post-workout meal, aka poopy fish, aka tilapia, in the air fryer. It's almost done. Something I've also been doing recently is bringing my post-workout meal to the gym with me and not just leaving it at home, because the gym for me is about a 30-minute drive, and I'm at the gym doing cardio, posing. So I'm at the gym for a long time sometimes, and sometimes I can't wait that long to drive all the way home and eat. So I have my meal with me, and there's no excuse to, you know, go and get Chipotle or go and get Five Guys after my workout, or I have my meal with me. So there's, you know, no excuse. Not preparing is preparing to fail. So if you are prepared, you will win. Important decision here. We have to now decide what to watch while we eat. Should we do food video? Will it Big Mac? Y'all fuck with Big Macs? Let me know in the comments, okay? If I'm going to McDonald's, okay, which is not very often, because even when I do get cheat meals on my bulk, I'm not choosing McDonald's. I'm not gonna lie. But if I do, if I'm forced to go to McDonald's and get something, I'm probably getting a Big Mac. There's a 95% chance I'm getting a Big Mac. I think it's one of the better options in terms of taste. If you're watching this far, comment your go-to McDonald's order when you go to McDonald's. Genuinely curious, also genuinely starving. So reading them will probably bring me some life. The reality of the situation is, bro, if you're not licking the bowl after your meal, the cut's not cutting yet. You know the cut's cutting when you're down this bad. So until you can say that you're licking the bowl after your meals, you ain't lean yet. You ain't there yet. Unless you're just a genetic freak that can just stay lean as shit all the time. But the pre-workout meal is complete, which means it's time for the greatest part of the day, which is getting ready for the gym and going to train. And it's also time for another dose of caffeine, which is exciting. Get ready with me for the gym. I already threw the fit on. Same shit I've been wearing all day. Young LA cutoff. Anything I'm wearing is usually Young LA or chicken and rice. And you can use code CHICKEN on Young LA. You guys know this shit already. And we got the ugly ass skull pants on that you guys will see more at the gym. But we gotta make our pre-workout, intra-workout goodies here. During my workout, I'll be sipping on Gorilla Mind's essential amino acids. Gorilla Mind code chicken. And then the question is, do I do pre-workout or an energy drink? I think we know the answer. I'm going with Tropic Wave. This is top 2 flavor from Gorilla for me. Very tropical. This is what we got. Pre-workout. Legs, I don't like to do any pump ingredients, honestly, because I don't like getting a leg pump, to be honest, because you lose all the definition in your legs, and I like to see the definition. So chalk the leg pump. I don't even really get pumps anyway, so chalk it. Oh, or I could try the, oh, should I actually? I kind of want to try the blue raspberry nitric because it just dropped. Yeah, fuck it. Sorry. We're trying nitric because it's a new flavor. Nitric's stim free though, so we're still having the energy drink. We'll go 1 scoop to play it safe. Your boy also has to measure his water intake to a T as well, so around 160 fluid ounces. And in here is 120 total. So I'm gonna add, how many milliliters is 40 fluid ounces? 1,180. So now I know that for the rest of the day, I have to finish this. And we're ready to go to the gym. Hydration, water, stim-free pre-workout, intra-workout, EAAs, pre-workout, caffeine, energy drink. Let's go hit some legs. Made it to the gym. As I said, I have 20 minutes of cardio total where I take my watch off. Does not count towards my steps. I split my cardio 10 minutes pre-workout, 10 minutes post-workout. That way it's not all at once. I get a little warm up before I train. My legs are warm and they're ready to get demolished. First movement of the day is a Smith machine squat. Would prefer at this point in prep to do a pendulum squat or a hack squat, but I've noticed I can get the most range of motion out of the Smith machine squat because there's no bottom. I'm very short, so most hack squat machines, I can't go low enough without hitting the bottom. And this gym specifically does not have a pendulum, does not have a good hack squat machine, so almost forced to use the Smith machine, which I'm fine with, but it's more just a fatigue thing at this point where I could probably be choosing better options to manage fatigue, but it is what it is. That felt good. It felt lighter than usual. We'll go up to 3, working up to 1 top set, 2 failure. We're not doing 3 failure sets on a Smith machine. Working up to 1, going as hard as I can, moving on to the next movement. Especially this deep into prep, bro, we are not murdering ourselves. It's also a big mistake I see as you guys are working up to your top sets or going throughout your sets within 1 movement is you do 1 plate and you do like 15 reps. Then you do 2 plates and you do like 10 reps, and you're just doing way too many fucking reps to the point where you're inducing fatigue before your top set. So now you're not at your 100% for your top set, which is what matters the most, right? So I only did 5 reps there to warm up. And then my top set, I'm probably gonna fail around 5 reps, but doing this for 5 reps is not fatiguing me at all because it's not anywhere close to failure. So those warm-up sets leading up to your top set, just because they're lighter doesn't mean you should take them to 15 plus reps just because you can. Get a good feel for the movement, get warmed up, execute the lift as if it's your top set, but don't go anywhere near failure. And although the fit is very fire, we're gonna have to take the pants off for the top set. Young LA, ugly ass skull pants. That's literally what they're called, code chicken. And no, I don't have socks on. These are actually Otishis. So they're shoes, barefoot shoes, also code chicken. I'm just such a sellout today, aren't I? Holy shit. I like these more for leg day. Like, I don't wear them often, but I do like them on my quad day because it gives the feeling of being barefoot while providing a more flat surface compared to my foot because I don't have flat feet, especially for legs. These are fire, and they look fire. Looks like I'm wearing socks. Top set, lock in. Little tecker for the top set. Time to get some big ass leg, boy. Gotta lock in. That was the fucking failure for sure, dude. Holy shit. My mind was telling me to stop after the third one, but I wanted it. I wanted it, and we got it. I was willing to fail, bro. I was literally willing, going down to the fourth rep to look like a dumbass and fucking drop it, but we got that shit up. A lot of times it's in your head, bro. It's in your fucking head. You gotta push past it. Bro thinks he's a motivational speaker. Meow. How you doing, brother? I just said meow as bro walks by. That's actually embarrassing. That's me and my sound effects, bro. I just make random fucking sound effects like I'm literally acoustic. I'm going insane, sorry. On the movement number 2, which is the lying ass kicker, aka the lying leg curl for your hamstrings. So if you want your hamstrings to hang lower than your Johnson, which for me is a very easy task because my shit does not hang whatsoever, you probably want to be doing some sort of leg curl for your hamstrings. The lying leg curl here I have on my first lower body day, and then later in the week on Friday we have another lower body day where I do the seated leg curl. So you're biasing the hamstrings in different positions. So now we have this one where we are also working up to 1 top set to failure, and we're getting pretty lean. So hopefully you guys can see some hamstring definition on this movement. I don't know if the angle's good, but I know my legs already look vascular as fuck, and I've only done 1 movement. So let's get it. It's a warm up. So like I said, not near failure. And then the top set is all out to failure. You should also be picking a weight with your warm up sets that's not too light, but also not too heavy. So where you can do like a good 6 reps, not a lot of reps, where it's not too far from failure, but not too close to failure. The OTCs? Oh, you got them on too? Hell yeah.
I was about to say, you're the other person I've seen with them on.
You fuck with them?
Yeah, man, I like them.
Who made you buy them?
I just saw them scrolling through my Instagram because I usually squat barefoot and deadlift barefoot,
Yeah.
do everything barefoot.
Yeah, I actually work with them. So
Are you sponsored?
yeah, so
Oh,
I got code chicken. You know what I mean? So if you get another pair, code chicken, we'll save you some money on chicken. You eat chicken?
I eat chicken.
That's what I'm saying. Bro had OTCs on, that's lit. I have my gym pin, so I could put more weight on. I'm just debating. I don't know if I want to do, I'll probably just do full stack, because honestly I've been getting like 7. So I'll do 200 full stack, top set. See how many we get. Bro, I be gripping onto the fucking handles for dear life, bro. This one gets to the point where the first like 75% of the movement is easy, and then the last 25 is like you gotta fucking push. The camera's probably not doing me justice right now because it's bright as shit, but your boy's vascular. Try that gorilla nitric code chicken. We should title this video, Natural Bodybuilder Being a Sellout for 20 minutes straight. Nah, real shit though, if you guys want to support me, just use my code on all the shit, or buy chicken and rice clothing. That's the best way to do it. And if not, just dropping a like and subscribing or dropping a comment helps as well. I love all of you. On to the next movement, 20 pounds. Probably a science-based lifter on here or something. Movement 3, very obviously a leg extendo. We used to have a leg press on this quad day as well. However, more fatigue, more volume. We're trying to avoid that at this point in the prep, so we took that out. And now for quads, the only 2 things we have are the heavy compounds and a leg extendo. Same concept here of working up to 1 top set to failure. Gym Pin actually sent me a gym pin, and they also sent me a seat belt. So I'm gonna try out the seat belt for the top set here to see what's good with that. I'm Ben Sag on everything. If you look up Ben Sag, I'll pop up. Instagram is Ben X Sag. W-Mans. Dude, holy shite. Dude, the seatbelt was actually fire too. That was the first time I've used it. On to the next one. Last movement of the day. Good girl machine for the adductors. And the pants are going back on for this one because if you wear short ass shorts like me, your legs will rub against the leather, and it's not very optimal for training hard, training to failure, because it's not very comfortable. So you throw the pants on to get rid of that friction. There's also no calves on this day because calves is on the other leg day, if you guys are wondering. It's a very quick leg day, but it's very hard, pause, and very to the point. It's very quality sets rather than a bunch of junk volume bullshit. And especially this late into prep, bro, you get fatigued off very little volume. So we're still training very hard and intense, but the volume's probably not as high as it was on the bowl, and that's how it should be. And since we're already warmed up, no warm up, straight into it. I know the weight I can do for a certain amount of reps, and that's what we're gonna do for the top set. When you actually do this movement properly with the right intensity, bro, it will humble you. You don't just do fucking butterflies with your legs and flap them all around. You control this shit like it's any other movement. Train it hard and with purpose like any other movement, bro. And you're gonna fucking fill that gap between your freaking legs so you don't have no thigh gap on stage. That might be a PR, I'm not even gonna lie. I don't think I've went that heavy for that many reps. It's the pants, bro, I'm telling you. The ugly ass pants from Young La Code Chicken. It's definitely the on your leg pants. Quick leg day today, let's go pose. Back in the same usual posing spot. 157 pounds on the dot this morning, 3 weeks out, 18 days to be exact. And reminder, I trained legs and have no upper body pump, so keep that in mind. Let's get naked. Workout done, posing done. We look decent. 3 more weeks to get all that last little bit of fat off. Now we're walking. Like I said, 10 minutes post-workout. Already did the 10 minutes pre-workout for 20 minutes total. Gonna walk and then we eat. Greetings. Post-workout meal number 3. We got 5 ounces of tilapia, aka underwater chicken, and 60 grams of jasmine rice with, of course, 1.7 grams of pink Himalayan salt. This is probably the meal that like hits different every single day because training is like so exhausting at this point that I just get out of the gym and I can just like sit in my car and just eat, and it's just so like fulfilling. I don't know why. I get carbs. It's just like, I don't know. Some of y'all probably understand, but most of you guys are probably like, this guy's going fucking insane. I'm back. It's now close to 6 p.m., which means it's time for the next meal. And my body has kicked into I don't want to move mode. So good thing we have most of our 10K steps out of the way. We're at 9.6 thousand and cardio's done and training is done. So now I don't have to move much. And that's another tip for you if you are cutting, especially if you are prepping where you're going really deep into a cut. You kind of want to use your energy at points in the day where you have more energy, if that makes sense. So if I notice that I get really dead at the end of the day, why would I train at the end of the day, right? So you probably noticed earlier today I had a lot more energy, and now I got back from the gym and I've been just straight chilling since I got back. I could take a nap right now, low-key, and I got 10 hours of sleep last night. So that's just the reality of how I can get on prep. But being that it's close to 6, it's time to start cooking up meal 4. And meal 4 is made. In the bowl, we have 5 ounces of flank steak from Hummus Fit. Hummus Fit Code Chicken. If you want to get bulk proteins, bulk carb sources, or you just don't feel like cooking your meals and you want them to make your meals for you, Hummus Fit. There's also 30 grams of avocado in there, if you can see it. Barely. The carbs for the day are basically all consumed. No more happiness the rest of the day until the last meal. The last meal is pretty flames, if you know what it is. If you know what it is, you a real one. And of course, 1.7 grams of pink Himalayan salt. No condiments. And with this meal, we have our daily supplementation, which I will throw on the screen for you guys. If you want to pause and take a screenshot, you can take inspiration from the supplements that I take. You don't need to take them. Some of them I think are very helpful, very necessary. Some of them are just extras I take to just get like a 1% performance boost. You know what I mean? It's crazy how good like fats are when you're cutting. Like even avocado, bro. Like it's just avocado, but since it's just so like high in fat, it's like my body just knows. And it's like giving me that creamy green shit in my mouth. You know what I mean? It gets to a point, bro, where it's like, what's the point of even sitting down to eat anymore when this is literally like 5 bites of food realistically? Especially with how hungry you are, bro. It's like you can literally just eat your meals in less than a minute if you wanted to. It's like I could be efficient and just like stand up in the kitchen and eat this in less than 2 minutes. It's like I know digestion health is telling me to slowly eat it and relax to induce rest and digest, which hopefully I'm inducing right now. Eric ate everything he wanted after a 50-mile run. 50-mile run is fucking crazy work. Gun to my head, if you told me I had to run 50 miles right now, I'm gone. I'm dead, hope. Last micro calories. Meal number 4 completed. I don't know, bro. It's one of those days where you feel really good throughout the day, and then just out of nowhere, it's like you got hit by a bus. And I think it was the leg day, bro. Like it wasn't really a lot, as you guys saw, but it was intense, and your boy cannot handle much output right now, so I'm just like fatigued. So today's probably gonna be a pretty boring day the rest of the day, which means I'll just see you guys in the next meal. That's what you wanna see, because it's a banger. Last meal of the day is a banger. Last meal of the day, I think you guys know what it is. We got Ninja Creamy. If you don't know what Ninja Creamy is, you're a bot at this point. It's protein ice cream, basically. That lovely machine you just saw turns my protein powder into ice cream. And I get this whole pint for like 200 something calories and like 30 something grams of protein. So if you're dieting and you like ice cream, you get a Ninja Creamy. I actually did a Ninja Creamy giveaway in the last video. Your boy's been feeling generous, so I might do more giveaways in the future. But in here we have 8 fluid ounces of almond milk, a scoop and a half of Gorilla Mind chocolate peanut butter protein powder, and 100 grams of strawberries. Shit does not taste like the ingredients that I just said though. It tastes like greatness. That's my full day of eating and training, and my day as a natural bodybuilder 3 weeks out. Hopefully you learned something today. Hopefully you gained some inspiration to maybe compete yourself or just get really shredded. Or maybe I've steered you away from getting shredded because of how shitty I feel and look right now. Who knows? Code Chicken on Young LA, Gorilla Mind, Gila Mix, Hummus Fit, all of them. Throw them all up on the screen. Me being a sellout. It's been real. It's been Ben. We out.